Again and again, the pattern repeated. Crisis emerges, OAU discusses, nothing happens. Critics called it the dictator's club. Leaders who committed human rights abuses in their own countries were welcomed at OAU summits. The organization seemed more interested in protecting sovereignty than protecting people. But the 1990s brought transformation. The Cold War ended. The Soviet Union collapsed. The artificial divisions that had defined African politics for decades, capitalist versus communist, East versus West, suddenly meant nothing. At the same time, a new generation of African leaders emerged. Leaders like Nelson Mandela, who brought moral authority. Leaders like Uganda's Yoweri Museveni and Ethiopia's Meles Zenawi, who talked about self-reliance and good governance. They looked at the OAU and saw failure. They asked hard questions. Why can't we stop wars? Why can't we promote democracy? Why are we still so dependent on foreign aid and foreign intervention? In 1999, the OAU finally acknowledged its own inadequacy. At the Algiers summit, African leaders admitted that the organization needed fundamental reform. The world was changing. Africa needed to change with it. Enter Muammar Gaddafi. In September 1999, Gaddafi hosted an extraordinary OAU summit in Sirte, Libya. This wasn't a regular meeting, it was a call to revolution. Gaddafi made his case. The OAU is broken, it has failed to prevent conflicts, failed to promote development, failed to give Africa a voice in global affairs. He proposed something radical: dissolve the OAU and create a new organization, a United States of Africa with supranational powers, a continental government, a single military, one economic union. The proposal shocked many leaders. It was Nkrumah's dream reborn, but 40 years later, and from a controversial messenger. Some leaders were enthusiastic, others were horrified, but everyone agreed on one thing: the status quo wasn't working. The Sirte Declaration was adopted. It called for the establishment of an African Union, but the details were left vague. What powers would it have? How would it be structured? Would it respect sovereignty or override it? The debate had begun. Between 1999 and 2001, African diplomats worked to hammer out the details. Two visions competed: